Thistle supporters in our newsroom. They all came traipsing out of the closet this morning. Distinct smell of mothballs on their red and yellow scarves as well. Well, the celebrations at Firhill went on long into the night, and it wasn't just because they'd inflicted Rangers' heaviest league defeat for 2 years. The 2 points won were more than enough to ensure Thistle's Premier League survival, and John Lambie's Red and Yellow Army are now looking forward to a carnival atmosphere at Saturday's final home league game against Celtic. Just under 10,000 witnessed the match, so did we, and while it might not have been Rangers' first choice 11, they were done over just the same. Thistle wasted little time in taking the lead. A Paul McLaughlin free kick swung in from the left, and Ray Farningham's shot leaving Ali Maxwell helpless. Thistle fans in raptures, and the players with another Premier League season in sight after just 90 seconds. Rangers tried to respond, but when Mark Hateley set up Peter Hoostra, recalled keeper Craig Nelson was more than up to the task. Durant and Gordon then combined to set up Hateley, but again it was inspired stuff from the Partick keeper. Rangers had a free kick just before the break, but even when Mark Hateley was the unexpected taker, Nelson managed to get down and touch the ball away. Thistle still a goal up at half-time, despite the Rangers' pressure. Into the second half, and the Thistle party really began. McLaughlin with the free kick again, and this time it was Grant Tierney who got her foot to the ball and steered it wide of Maxwell. Thistle completed the rout when Davy Iron's shot was smothered by the Rangers keeper, only for Jerry Britton to pounce on the loose ball and dance the night away in front of a bewildered Rangers defence. The former Celtic player was eventually caught, but not before his celebration sprint reached the halfway line. At the end, acknowledgement of a no doubt soon-to-be legendary success, and even in the cold light of day, Thistle in no mood to climb off cloud nine.
We felt that we could go out and maybe possibly take a point off the Rangers, but in last night's performance, we'd have beat AC Milan last night on that performance.
I think John Lambie suggested that it was AC Milan players in Partick Thistle jerseys.
Actually, John couldn't believe it. He kept telling me that we were watching AC Milan playing in Partick jerseys, the things that the guys were doing, because everything they were asked to do, they've done superbly.
Now, Thistle are now clear of relegation, so you can now talk about it. How do you think that's going to go? It's getting very tight at the bottom.
I think Falkirk have done well in recent weeks, but I still believe that Falkirk will get relegated. I think the Motherwell have got enough good players at Fir Park to overcome their situation, and maybe Falkirk have left it too late.
Airdrie a lost cause?
I don't like saying it, but I think they are, yeah.
Airdrie will have plenty to say about that one.
Over champions Rangers. The result ensures Thistle's survival in the Premier Division next season and guarantees the club the finances to press ahead with the upgrading of their own stadium. The Jags are rising again, so says Partick Thistle's club song, but this year they've gone one better. Having been promoted up, they've stayed up, and that's meant a boost for the club's finances as well as its morale. In fact, double the income of some First Division clubs. More than enough for the chairman to rubber stamp plans to redevelop the ground, starting with the East Stand. Work on the £2.5 million project should be complete by next spring.
The public perception, unfortunately, is if you're in Premier League, you're in football. If you're in the First Division, it's almost a second class. It's almost a media-inspired thing, and it would have been very difficult for us to progress with a new stand from a position in the First Division.
Is it now time for you and John Lambie to sit down and say to yourselves, OK, we've survived this season. Do your targets suddenly increase? Are you looking to progress up the ladder a little?
Well, the target was always to get to the Premier League, and that was last year's target. This year's target was to stay in the Premier League. Next year's target will be to consolidate a position there and just take a